Greetings, everyone. I'm back again for the second time. Today, I will continue uh, with the Islam, the ayats and all, and how Allah has confused you, saying that those with faith who worship the calf and the polytheists, partners who make up partners with the polytheists, uh, partners with Allah, the polytheists, how they confuse you about their religion. So they also have a religion and they also have a iman, meaning faith. Ganesh, brother, Bardwaj, thank you so much for coming here. Thank you, Indians, helping me here. So unlike some Muslims coming here and early morning, I had to get angry at Mudassir, raise my voice. I must have, I thought, oh my goodness, later on when there was an internet problem, connection problem, I was doing a healing session online, and it was there was a break in between and taking a long time. So in the end, I opened my eyes and had to check. I thought, okay, maybe now my country is taking action because there are these Pakistani religious scholars here in my country, Arab countries, and uh, I was like, maybe this is it for me. They're going to disconnect my internet, right? And I have a problem with my condition and all this also. And when these Muslims come here now, they what they do is they make me angry, and then they say, "Oh, why are you getting angry?" So, and I'm going to show you his channel, Mudassir's channel, right? It's thank you so much, Ganesh brother. Thank you for being here. So you Indians have also suffered from by the hands of the Muslims, although what in Pakistan, the Indian Pakistanis have suffered also, right? And before, when the Mughals came, and thereafter in India, and since I'm on this, let me tell you that going back to this channel where the C.J. Werleman, Shocking Truth About India, right? Let me show it to you like this. So I don't know if this is one-sided biased. Oh, now there's breaking news. Huge Islamist attack in Jerusalem and multiple casualties. 2CTV. So why? I mean, okay, I understand. I condemn any kind of killing or like that. But what this channel in this video has overlooked is the Muslims, like the radical Muslims, what they're doing in Europe, UK, the Pakistani Muslim grooming gang, and they expect like us to, even me, to say that, what do they expect? Like I can understand. The Israelis, it's not a blowback, it's a shocking truth about India and Gaza and Israel in Kashmir. Okay. So it seems like very biased, one-sided. Although I condemn any kind of violence against the Muslims also, but don't forget that we have in the UAE also the against the Muslim Brotherhood, the radical Muslims. They're considered Muslim Brotherhood is considered by their own Muslims terrorist group, and they have affiliated groups, terrorist ISIS and all this. And what I mean, you see some of them, even the Europeans and the Westerners, they're forgetting what the Muslims have done. Although, what should we do against them? How should we take action? So if I get angry here, and they know how to pull the strings and being dishonest, Hazrat Musa got angry at Harun, right? Although I condemn this, but I to check this, I don't have time right now. I did it properly to show you through the video, and I'm not going to play the video because I haven't asked this channel for permission. And I don't know how much time. I'm not even to play the video and then get in trouble with copyrights issues and all this. But I can see that it's biased, although, okay, we condemn it. Why Israel has taken action against Hamas. So don't tell me that Muslims themselves are not fed up of their extremists like UAE and the extremist Islamists, radical Islamists. It's very one sided, right, against India also. But wherever there's human rights violations, we should condemn it. What and if you listen to Mossab Hassan, oh, so now the since long time Israeli Jews are after. Uh, listen to Loe on this channel. Is I think this is very one-sided. Although I condemn, like, but how there's also this. Okay, if they come here with dishonesty, expect me not to get angry at them. But they're very cool, and as if India hasn't suffered from the Mughal time Muslims, right? And Pakistan hasn't suffered the Indians. Oh, sorry, the Hindus there. Minority, the Christian minority hasn't suffered in Pakistan and in the Muslim countries. Huh? In Saudi Arabia, just recently they're allowing churches for the Christians. There were no, they weren't, the Christian minorities were not allowed. As if in this religion, in the Quran ayats, also we can see, and in the hadith of Prophet Muhammad, to fight against the Jews and all this for what? Just because they're Jews. So it starts from Islam, right? And they have to defend themselves. Sultan Messenger alert. Oh God. Yes. So Mudassar also, look at his channel, right? I'm just going to show you the screenshots I've taken. Um, there was the bashing. Now he's changed it now. This is what he watches, right? I think, why did I get this when I go to his channel? Huge Sam. You see this hashtag MMA? This is his channel's handle name, Mudassirs, at MMA-PCC. Now this person, Sultan Messenger, वरना दुबई के शेख से कहकर Thailand. Oh, now you see this. So there was this thing of bashing India, punching India. Now he's removed it, like this from these shorts, locker room India, right? Like bash India, punch India, all this. So the Muslims can do this, and the YouTube doesn't take any action. Dug out my 8-year-old that when wanting to bring Sunnis and Shias. I don't know what I said that was hate speech. When I was a Shia, and look at this person, right? Excuse me, don't want you to talk like this here, Sultan Messenger. Yeah, this is how they talk. They have no respect. Look at this. I do not approve of this kind of way. Respect here. Follow the rules. वरना दुबई के शेख से कहकर look at I'm going to alert Sultan Srinagar ke judge ka. Let me try put it don't write in Urdu, write illiterate. We have Muslim illiteracy. Jahil, पढ़े लिखे illiterate. And I don't know why, because in the UAE, if you talk against the president like this or the sheikhs, you they don't. It's a crime, right? Yeah. Again and again, he comes here. This man. I mean, what shall I do with him? Look at Chakla. He's calling the Dubai sheikh also this time. सुल्तान आपसे बहुत प्यार करता है. कौन सुल्तान? आरबी सिंह. हम किसी से भी प्यार नहीं करते. हम जो हैं वो brother, this is not, I'm not in love with Sultan. I'm sorry, right? I'm in love with another man. I have a relationship with someone. Love is the bond. What are you talking about? I love decent, I love humanity, decent. Please, don't talk like this. I'm going to, now ये क्या दुबई के शेख, वरना ये कैसे ये अलाउड है? कोई पुलिस, कोई साइबर क्राइम अगर पकड़ लिया ना दुबई का साइबर क्राइम ने, पुलिस वाले ने, ये क्या बोल रहे हैं आप भाई? चकला, don't use that terrible word here. Um, okay, this is not the way to talk to women about their sheikhs. Also, this is not the way to talk. Excuse me. Respect women and follow the community guidelines here. Pakistani Kashmiri Muslims who come here. And I thought, oh my God, maybe this time the Pakistani, who Mudassir says he's Pakistani from Islamabad, and we have Pakistanis working and the jack of all trades, and they work very well here in Dubai and in UAE, Abu Dhabi, Sharjah, the rest of the um, Emirates, right? I thought I'm gone. But what happened is later on, this thing came on Facebook, long weekend down the drain, how UAE internet, temporary dip in speeds came, and a series of undersea cable cuts in the Red Sea, affecting internet services across the Middle East. Harish Times, Times of India. Look, brother, you time and again, I'm warning you, you could get into trouble with the UAE cyber police, cyber security. They are watching everything. Recently, also, I shared on Facebook all your comments, all our comments, even. I don't know how this person has gotten away. Internet down in UAE after Red Sea cable cuts, Times of India. So this is what it is. Khalij Times has given, Times of India has given on this. And I thought, oh my God, I screamed, I raised my voice against this Mudassir. Early morning, my neighbors must have, maybe now one person said, now this, I had enough, right? They could say this. The walls are very, light. He's Houthis, Khalij, also Red Sea affecting internet. Houthis may have done this, they say. Not sure. And they're not sure either. So, this also. So, how come they're avoid, like on one side, it's okay. What happened is, you see, the night before, Mudassir came early morning. The night before, I said, I've had enough, right? I've had enough with the Pakistani or British Pakistani origin, right? I went, this came on my feed, YouTube feed, Sawera Sajid's video. I cannot take it. And I thought, no, why aren't people taking action against these Pakistanis overseas who beat their wives? This is a crime. They can't even complain to the police. I mean, it's not that this is Britain is an Islamic country where they will say, well, your husband beats you, it's in Islam. Like in Dubai, Nuria Khan was saying the police did not help her. Her husband used to beat her when they were living in Dubai, when she was living in Dubai with her ex husband as her husband, right? This Britain is not Islamic country. And now she had to deal with her mother's murder. And I couldn't, due to my health, I couldn't breathe. I was suffocating. It's too much for me now. My energy drained all the time, siphoned or what? Siphoned so much. And these Quran ayats as an apostate, they're like, for me, they are a mental torture. Going through them and then coming here, sharing with you, making notes even, or not making notes even. They're torturous. Look, this Allah, this also, right? And look what he has Muddas. I mean, look what is this? These kind of, and look what he's put. Very, huh? On his channel. This is Mudassir's channel. Welcome to my channel. Here you'll find a diverse mix of content that sparks curiosity and inspires creativity. Is that what is in your religion? I don't think so. From in depth tutorials and engaging challenges to thought provoking discussions and entertaining vlogs. Look how he's deceived the people. There's something for everyone. Join our growing community. Share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for new videos every week. Let's embark on this exciting journey together. What a deception, dishonest. What do you call this? Misguidance, right? And he comes here and wants to teach me Islam, his way of interpreting the Quran ayats. And moreover, what he said, I thought, okay, maybe, I don't know. And he's in Arabia, somewhere in my grandfather's, great grandfather's country. Not my mother. My mother's was from Pakistan, right? My father's side. I said, then that day, I said, oh my God, I'm gone, right? Maybe this is the last straw on the camel's back for me, for them, the Arab in UAE, maybe Sharjah, Ajman. But he's not a religious scholar. He likes to only do this boxing thing. Islam. This is Islam for them, huh? Makachev. Is this like Russian or Indian? Yeah, and he was like, bash. There was a short video saying, bash the Indian, something. He's removed that recently. Or what? He's been watching these and he's involved in this, right? Don't worry, you don't, this doesn't kind of this thing, but someone should interrogate about these people. So if we take action, Islamophobes, Dr. David Wood's a recent, very dangerous woman in the in the UK, and Haris Sultan's video recently. Um, yes, Arundhati Roy says that sort of, killing and all this violence in India, in her country, currently living in dangerous times, right? And Lubna's case also, how they threatened to kill her, and the UK police is not doing anything. Where is that also? Muslims claim Islamophobia is on the rise. Haris Sultan. British Islamists are panicking. Haris Sultan. I haven't watched this video. And this one, Shabana Mahmood is the most dangerous woman in the world. So I shared from Apologetics Roadshow, Dr. David Wood's video on this, and I said, we're finished, we're done. Because if Britain is finished, a country that protected me, I don't feel safe here in my own father's country. I feel still so safe and protected, and in when I was living in London. That no man is going to look at me like the men, Asian men look here. Look at you here. The women, Arabs, hmm, some, and I don't know, like, so I have been scared in the way. Although, of course, I know I can call the police, and my father's told me, but still, like, I don't want to complain. No, no, but my father said that if you're harassed, you should call the police, emergency call. They'll, you know, put the picture of that man in the newspaper. Doxing. Deport him of the doxing. So we are the ones who dox. I'm the one who doxes, right? Without, yeah. Okay. Oh, and this one. Oh, you should. So narcissists, no matter what you do with them, so I've been thinking, I shared this, Decoding the Narcissism, Schizophrenia Connection, Richard Grannon. Now, you see, this thing could instill narcissistic behavior in you, since he says narcissistic behavior is when like, how you become a narcissist is when you go through a lot of trauma in your childhood, growing up with a lot of trauma, and this you can become a narcissist. You go into your imagination, in your own world, because you can't take the pain, the punishments, and all this, the trauma or the cruelty against you. I hope I've got it right about this video on narcissism. It's on, what's the channel's name? Richard Grannon, right? Decoding the Narcissism. And they have this way of apologizing, and a good way, like, not such a grandiose or cruel. They have, it's called fawning also. See, playing the victim, and then saying, oh yes, kill me because, I deserve it. I know that. So playing the victim, kill me, I deserve it. So they can provoke such madness, mess up your mind so much that you want to just kill them or something. And when you're going to do it, they say, yes, yes, I deserve it. That's like a self destruction, also going into that self destruction and playing the victim. So I haven't checked the CJ Werleman show's videos. Has he spoken when the what the Muslims have done, Islamist radical Muslims against? Does he come like a 2C TV saying, live breaking huge Islamist attack in Jerusalem, multiple casualties, 2C TV? Has he spoken about these cases? Are these cases important for him or not? When the Pakistani Muslims hit their wives, beat their daughters also, and confine them to their homes or, not give them that much freedom that a human being deserves to have. Forcefully getting them married, sending them to Pakistan after living in Europe, bringing them up, their daughters in Europe, in the UK, abroad, and then sending them back to Pakistan. Now you have to, not telling them that they've sent them back to Pakistan to get them married. They've already found someone for them, the daughters. What about these cases? Isn't enough is enough, please? So the night before, this was enough. I couldn't watch it. I was like, how come no one is, even in England, against the grooming gangs? It's enough. So then this Mudassir came and he thinks, yeah, Sahih International. Okay, let's see this, what he said, right? When he came now, he's removed. I mean, it's removed because I think I banned him. So that's why either he's removed it or I've banned him. So all his comments in the live chat are removed from the live chat, my live stream, live chat. So let me show you something. I have his comments. I have screenshots. But it was on this, right? Where was it? It was on Surah Nisa ayat 34. And Sahih International agrees with what Mudassir has said, right? But there is evidence in the Islamic sources otherwise, hadith, that Prophet Muhammad did hit Aisha for lying to him. This final discipline, this part. The prophet who never struck a woman or a servant additionally stipulated, never struck a woman or a servant. Additionally, he had to stipulate about this, what Allah has written, and they have to put in brackets slightly. But strike is, another thing is Mudassir was not agreeing that this is to hit. Some Muslims don't agree that this word adribu means to strike, to hit, right? This is what they're showing now. And additionally stipulated that it must not be severe damaging. Maybe they're just showing this online, it doesn't mean to, or maybe strike, or maybe, yes, some have done this, right? And Sahih Internet, some have shown that, yes, some believe that it doesn't mean hitting. Are you sure it doesn't mean hitting? But some say it means hitting, right? hitting. Some Muslims say it doesn't mean hitting. Or there's a hadith of Prophet Muhammad to hit with that toothbrush, musag, and they put lightly here. So will you blame us? And another thing is, who never struck a woman or a servant. Sahih International could be from Salafi school of thought, or what is Sunni. But the Sunnis have to take this hadith, right? Which hadith is it? Prophet Muhammad hit Aisha on her chest hadith. I searched it out. AI, look what AI gives me. What MUDASSIR and Sahih International say, there is no authentic hadith stating that Prophet Muhammad hit Aisha on her chest. In fact, Sahih Muslim 2328 explicitly says the Messenger of Allah did not strike a woman or a servant. Oh, so they got it? So I was saying, where did Sahih International get this from? So in Sunni Islam, the sources they have the Sahih Sitta, hadiths, and narrations by al Mu'mineen and the Sahabas and all, right? So there are contradictions then. Sunan and Nasai, is this inside the Sahih Sitta, right? Sunnah.com. I'm going to Sunnah.com. I haven't fabricated anything. I think Sahih Sittas, first is Bukhari, second is Muslim, then it's Abu Dawud's compilation of this hadiths and all. And what number does Sunan and Nasai come? I don't know. This is the Sunni side. I don't know that much, right? But it is hadith here. Aisha said, Sunan and Nasai 3964. Aisha said, shall I not tell you about the Prophet and I? And when I told this one, Mudassir, about this hadith, he said, you're misquoting. And about this ayat, Surah 4, ayat 34, I don't know, it doesn't mean strike. When Prophet Muhammad, he gave me this, what AI and Sahih International have given me, right? When Prophet Muhammad, in the one hadith is that in Muslim Sahih hadith, who never struck a woman or a servant, the Prophet. So how can Allah mean here strike them on the third count even? And you are misquoting, you are taking but some Muslims also say strike means hit, and they put in brackets lightly. So this he doesn't agree to with his Muslims even. That strike, adribu, the word means, and I was going to show him that strike the very fingertips. That's in war. Allah is telling the believers to strike the disbelievers in war. Strike the very fingertips. The word used is adribu. Idribu, or idribu. It means strike. And I was going to tell him how I've learned from Allama Tabatabai, and Allah himself says that he's explained the ayats in detail clearly. So when you want to find, first of all, how to do your research on the Quran, the meanings of the words, right? And you can even take it when there is a meaning for it, when this word is used in war, meaning strike, right? In another hadith, another Quran, not hadith, Quran ayat. So let's go like this, even trying to show him. Now the Sunnis have, it didn't copy. Sunnis have a contradictory ayat that very clever, right? Maybe a Shia has come disguised, so I can show them that instead of going to Imam Ali and helping he took my time, this Shia Gilgiti looks like a Gilgiti. Gilgiti. I'm not sure, but Gilgitis, Pakistani Gilgitis are mostly Shias. Uh, so, or Kashmiri. Oh, now he's put me on this, right? But remember, Shia Islam is worse. You know why they're not? They've been brainwashed in a certain way, like I was showing you. So you can check out like this, right? Sunnis, brothers, sisters. Remember, I care for you because I have a Sunni principle. Although I could be a covert narcissist, but there is this care. There's this anger also against my principle, but there's this care for her too, both sides, right? So there's the me covert the narcissist, and the cruel narcissist. Why didn't she love me? And not that I started it like this, right? Maybe, I don't know. Anyways, okay. Now you have a hadith here. Let me not go to the Sunni side. Now the Shias, I was very angry at the Shias. Even after this, Mudassir, after Mudassir. You know why? Um, they haven't done their research properly about the Quran ayahs. So forget this. Right? Forget the Sunnis now. I'm on the Shia helping. So very angry at these Shias. You know why? Because going back to this ayat here. Oof, this Yusuf Zaidi Sayyid Shia. He messed up my case and then says, oh, you are, you know, you need to go, your health is deteriorating. You need to go to a psychiatrist now that he's reached London. एक तो ये पाकिस्तानी शिया रह नहीं सकता है पाकिस्तान में पूछो जरा हमसे इनको काम से ही तरह नहीं देते हैं या क्या करते हैं और कराची में क्या काम है एनिमल नहीं रह सकता an animal cannot live peacefully in Karachi. Excuse me. Surah 2 ayat 93. So, they also have, I'm not going to read the whole, the calf because of their disbelief. So say, how wretched is that which your faith enjoins upon you. So this is their faith, right? If you should be believers. What is Allah saying here? How wretched is that which your faith enjoins upon you. तो अपने ईमान पे इतना गुरूर नहीं करो मुसलमानों शिया भी इतना डैमेजिंग और कैसे ये रिलीजियस शिया रिलीजियस स्कॉलर्स claiming that we don't lie, Imam Hussain claiming he doesn't lie. Ritz doesn't come near them, thoroughly purify. Allah wishes to thoroughly purify them. All of a sudden, Allah wishes to thoroughly purify them. Surah Azab ayat. Wishes. Who is Allah? We make a wish on a star. Or intends. If they were thoroughly purified, Allah should have said, like light beings, the Shia say, Muhammad, Ali, Fatima, Hassan, Hussein. Then why would Allah here say Allah intends to thoroughly purify your Ahlul Bayt with a thorough purification? Here. wishes. Some even, Shia's translation, wishes of that ayat. Shia's also. As a Shia, I translated that ayat to not intends, wishes to thoroughly purify you with thorough purification. Some Shias like me, the English translation of that ayat in Surah Azhar. And now am I going to search in Google and all this? So Gilgiti or whoever Shia you are, right? Mudassir, come and be civilized, honest. Uh, Make another channel on YouTube. Come here. So you look, they also have a faith enjoins upon you. Faith enjoins upon you. How wretched is that which your faith enjoins upon you? This is what Allah has said, your faith, your iman enjoins upon them. The calf, their hearts absorb the calf because of their disbelief. Allah says it, puts it this way about the people of Moses, and they say the Jews. Were the Egyptians who were freed, and they were not Jews at that time. There were Egyptians who were working as slaves for Pharaoh, Pharaoh, we're told, tyrant, right? Were the Jews also? See this, see the footnote, find out if they were Jews. So we're going to Surah 2, ayat 93. They were Jews because on the mount, you see, they were Jews, right? Where's the footnote here? Raised over you, take. Sometimes I see the footnote, Maududi, as right now I don't see any footnote. Has it been changed, removed? Didn't I say the Jews did listen? They said we hear and disobey. So you see, even I have heard that Saudi Arabian they found so many thousands of errors in the Quran, and they're trying to. Allah says there, recall the covenant we made with you, cause the mountain tower above you. They came to you, Moses, with clear signs, yet you worshipped the calf after that, and you did behave wrongfully. Even what Allah sent down. I thought there was a footnote, really. Where was it? These were the Jews. So maybe the Saudi muftis, religious scholars, have been on this, trying to correct the footnotes and all. The religious scholars' footnotes. No, there was a footnote here. It's been removed. Footnotes are removed. The Jews. Okay, let's see the tafsir then. Footnotes are removed. The tafsir. Okay, maybe, I don't know. Now I'm getting confused. Maybe there were, I thought the Jews, not the Egyptians. I call the covenant Maududis not available, so we go for, where is it? Ibn Kathir, here it is. The Jews rebel after Allah took the covenant and raised. Yeah. Here it is. Allah reminded the Jews of their errors. Were they the Jews or were they the Egyptians? You know, Pharaoh wasn't, and I think Moses' mother was Israelite or Egyptian. I keep forgetting. Mount Tur above them. I think Moses was Israelite and he was in Egypt somehow or sent to Egypt. No, no, but when the mother put the this box, the infant Moses in the river, it went to Pharaoh, Egypt, from Israel. I've got to read that story again. While committing the evil of breaking Allah's covenant, disbelieving in Allah's ayat, and worshipping the calf instead of Allah. But how Allah has put it, that what is your iman? Look what you've done with your faith, right? You see this iman? Where's it? Oh God. Where's Surah? Iman, Iman, your faith. With your faith, if you are believers. Evil is that orders you. So this Allah, I'm going to show you how evil this Allah is, who has ordered you with this faith, right? And also confused you. In my previous live stream, I showed you the bias of Allah and the also the confusion. You see, you are confused people, right? This is how even the Shia religious scholars would dare not examine the ayats as I have. They would not, right? Aka Mehdi Puya Ali, M.A. Ali, multilingual Quran. Because where's that ayat that I've not put in my notes and I have to search for it here? I opened it. Where is it? The polytheists, likewise to many of the polytheist partners, have made them Surah Anam ayat 137. Associating with Allah. Allah Himself has associated the Messenger of Allah with Him. In Waliyakum Surah Maida and many other ayats like this, it's implied. So sometimes the Shias have to use Surah 7, take recourse to Surah 7 ayat 33, if authority has been sent down. So when Allah Himself authorizes associating the messenger of Allah with Him and the believers, then that's okay. But they don't look at Surah Nahl ayat, Allah exalted above all that they associate with Him. This means that Allah would never authorize association with Him, right? So some Shia religious scholars have done this. I've read it long time ago. I've done my research on when I was doing Sunni Shia. Now, where's the ayat? Even so, in the eyes of the most pagans, the Spartans made alluring the slaughter of the children in order to lead them to their own destruction and cause confusion in their religion. So this is deen. So this is how Allah has this Allah has caused confusion. And I want to show the Shias also. So please don't come Gilgiti Shia trying to show you are to detract me or to distract me, right? Now, this ayat, I'm going to show you how Allah has confused you in your religion. That's why Prophet Muhammad, if the Sunnis take that hadith, and the Shias also, that there will be 73 sects, and you will say, well, there's no sect in the Quran, Allah has not allowed it. Then you have the madhabs, you have the schools of thought Sunnis. Hanafi, Imam Hanafi, Hanafi, Hanbali, and you say this is not division, this is not Shia with the Y, but Abraham was a Shia of no. So then in your Sunni subsects, you have this sects, right? Sunni main Sunni thing you have, how do I put it? Oh God. In your Ahle Sunnahs have these mud schools of thought, different. What are these called? Some of you would say, no, we're just Muslims, we're not with the Sunnis even. That's a different matter, but it doesn't mean that the Sunnis don't have this. They do. Sects. And the hadiths of Prophet Muhammad, there will be in my ummah 73 sects, and only one will go to heaven, the rest will go to hell. Now I want to show you causing confusion in their religion, how this Allah, blaming them, biased against them, unjustified against them. He's got partners. Moreover, not only fear, but you see how this Allah, not only giving you the fear to be believers instead of disbelievers, by obliterating your faces, threatened. Allah threatened the Ahl Kitab. Surah 4 ayat 47. Not only threatening them and saying there's no compulsion in religion, in Surah Baqarah, Ayatul Kursi. For the Shias, the Ayatul Kursi, is longer than the Sunni Ayatul Kursi. So we read part of that also, that, what is it? In Ayatul Kursi, there is no compulsion in religion. Truth stands out clear from error. And then Allah says, I will obliterate, we will obliterate your faces. You don't believe in this. So now cause confusion in their religion. So not only compulsion, fear, threats, giving threats about fire in the hell, burning for a long time or forever, some Muslim believers say that disbelievers will go just for being disbelievers. They don't have to do anything bad, sin. Right? You can see Surah 2, Ayat 193. Just for being disbelievers. They are in fitna. For just being disbelievers. Fight them. Also, Allah has told the believers. So how he causes confusion in their religion, that you Sunnis and Shias are not united. Even Salafis are far away from, they won't even accept anything of the Shia. So not only fear, but confusion in your religion. Why haven't you done this kind of research? So I showed you about love, right? Why didn't when Allah only gives you a gift to the husband and wife in Surah Rum, ayat 21, right? Isn't it Surah Nur? And Surah Maryam, ayat 93, when those who believe and do good deeds, the gracious God, the gracious Lord, creates love in their hearts. So why didn't Allah create love in Zainab's heart first said? It is a gift from Allah. Even if you spend everything that you have on earth, you would not be able to create affection between hearts. Allah has said this. Only Allah bestows it. Tell me, Shias. Don't you see the confusion? Then what's the other ayat? Right? So these ayats create love and Surah Rum. Let me just check. Surah Rum ayat, the number is 21, right? Allah bestows a gift. Bestowing, it's not. You earn it by, okay, in Surah Maryam 93, I think the verse is 93 or 92. You, those who believe and do good deeds, the gracious God creates love. You earn it like this too, believing and doing good deeds. Here, between husband and wife, Allah says in Surah Rum 21, and of his signs is that he created for you from yourself mates that you might find tranquility in them, and he placed between you affection and mercy. Indeed, and there are signs for a people who give thought. Why didn't he place between Zainab and Josh and Zed when Zainab was Zed's wife and she was forced to marry him, according to um, Shia Tafsir, explained in detail on Surah 33, ayat 36. He placed between you affection and mercy. He is the one who places between you affection and mercy. Allah is the one. Why didn't he do that? Between Zainab and Zaid, please tell me. And they were good believers, the Shia Tafsir says, both Zainab and Zaid. So why on this also? So you see the confusion that Allah has caused in you, and the alims, your religious alims, religious scholars. Why would they carry on like this in this confusion? And you have Iman. And then some of you, Allah says, have yaqeen, which is above Iman, certainty. And those perhaps for the Shias are their Imams from the progeny of Prophet Muhammad. They dare not say we have yaqeen, right? Or yeah, or you can work for yaqeen and become, when the Imam says go and sit in the oven, those are people with certainty, perhaps. Al-Qafi, you can read the hadith. Oh, the narration of the Imam, tradition, saying of them. People of high faith with certainty. This disciple of mine, I will tell him he's a true Shia and he will go and sit in the oven, Imam says. But okay, so back to confusion, how this Allah has confused you. He's made partners with him. He's even made you worship Prophet Muhammad and not made a distinction between Allah and His messengers. Only the disbelievers make a distinction and say we follow this part, but we don't. Even disbelieve. Look, so these are disbelievers, or what are they? Hypocrites? Do not make a distinction. But disbelievers make a distinction. Those are disbelievers, or who make a distinction. Distinction between Allah and Messenger. Quran ayat. Oh, could this be a Gilgiti? Mudassir looks like. I'm not sure. Let me see. Who could have? Surah Nisa ayat 150, which describes those who say we believe in some and disbelieve in others. So what are they inclined to? They're disbelievers, right? Are they believers? If you believe in some and disbelieve in others, like according to the Shias, you Sunnis are disbelievers because you don't believe in Ali being the chosen by Allah to be the first leader, Imam, as an Imam to the Muslim Ummah of Prophet Muhammad. Hmm? So what does this make you, moreover? Or you have believe in Allah and His Messenger and the book uh, that He sent down upon His Messenger and the scripture which He sent down before, and whoever disbelieves in Allah. No, where's that other one ayat? Oh God, they want to 150. Oh, so they've given it like this, huh? Quran.com is being delaying for me. Won't open to Surah 4 ayat 150. If we search it out like this, okay. Let's search it out 4 ayat, Surah 4 ayat 150. Is it? Uh, yeah. Those who deny Allah and His messengers, these are the disbelievers, disbelieve. Indeed, those who disbelieve in Allah and His messengers, what they still believe in, what? That they wish that they differentiate between Allah and His messengers. So they still believe that Allah and the messenger, they still believe in them, Allah and the messenger, and they say we believe in some and we disbelieve in others. And they wish that they take between that away. Moderate, median, in between, middle way, moderation, practicing moderation. Now, if you now here it shows that whatever your tafsir is, I don't go with your tafsir on this because I have to do my own research. And I've shown you earlier on in my old live streams on this, the live streams on this ayat, Surah 4 ayat 150. This means on the same level, you should take Allah's messengers as you take Allah on the same level, right? So then you don't have to change, and then you understand the correct interpretation of Surah Fat, ayat 9. Why? You don't, even the Shias have done this. They put Allah in the end, praise Allah morning and evening. When Allah hasn't made a distinction, how can you? So you Shias even calling, you become disbelievers. I've done research for you. That you may believe in Allah. Not only Sunnis, but you also, all Muslims, disbelievers. Whoever takes this ayat to say the last part is i.e. Allah, when Allah Himself hasn't put i.e. Allah, what He means here, exalt Him morning and afternoon. وَتُسَبِّحُوهُ بُكْرَةً وَأَصِيلًا. Asila or Asila. Who is this? Only Allah or the Messenger of Allah? Look how Allah has put it here. So taking Surah 4 ayat 150. See how He's confused you. And then you blame us, the ex-Muslims, and others, the non-Muslims. When the Christians want to defend their religion against the belief you have been given on Jesus, you even blame them. That you may believe in Allah and His Messenger, not Prophet, right? Some chosen ones can be prophets only, and some chosen ones by Allah can be messengers. And Prophet Muhammad is also a prophet and a messenger, and they can be both, the chosen ones from Allah. So His messenger, honor him, respect him, and glorify him morning and evening. What you have done, you have put words in Allah's mouth here, i.e. Allah. Even the Shias have done this. Maududi hasn't even put it in brackets. Celebrate Allah's glory. Oh, so you're so soft with your own misinterpreters of this ayat. Maulana Saba. Yeah. Ji, yeah. बट देखिए women को आप पाकिस्तानी एक ऑब्जेक्ट की तरह ट्रीट करते हैं. In order that you may believe in Allah and His Messenger, that you may assist and honor Him and celebrate His praise morning and evening. Yusuf Ali has not made the distinction, putting here in the last part, celebrate His praise morning and evening as Allah alone, i.e., Allah in brackets, or even without brackets, like Maududi has put, as if the ayat has Allah in it. Allah has not put Allah in it, has put it His, celebrate His glory morning and evening. So this, you see how Allah has confused you, and even the Shia multilingual Quran, I can go and show you the tafsir on this. They take the last part to mean Allah. And so if you understand this ayat where Allah, then you know there is association with Allah, whether in its creation, not in its creation. Jesus Christ created. The word is used khalaqa, khalaq, from khalaq, created a bird out of clay. Indeed, those who disbelieve in Allah and His messengers and wish to discriminate between Allah and His messengers and say, we believe in some have not, right? So, no, all of you have not put, they say, we believe in some but reject others. And those who wish to take a course midway, no full stop here. So, those who deny Allah and His messengers. So, if you do this, separating Allah from His messengers, saying we believe in some but reject others. Like somewhere in Surah Fat, the last part is only praise, glorify Allah morning and evening, and not the messenger with Allah. You have become disbelievers, not knowing it. I worked it out. And being a Shia, leaving Shia Islam and being a Shia too against myself, against my belief, against my school of thought, Islamic school of thought. The Shias, even you are disbelievers. So forget what you're sending me to hadiths, trying to misdirect me and take me to the hadiths. Sunni side. Pretending to be a Sunni here, coming as a Sunni, perhaps. I don't know, I'm not sure. Uh, you see, the ex-Muslims don't want to spoil their, perhaps, but some have told, others have told me. And Nuria Khan with her eloquence and English and all this. What Haris Sultan is showing that with his eloquence and all, ex-Muslim Pakistani Punjabi. So I'm left alone to do this, to help, and I don't even want to join them. I don't want to waste my time on that Sunni hadiths and all, right? I'm here helping the Shias, and dare you come here and misdirect me back into Sunni Islam? See that you Shias are disbelievers too. On Surah Nisa at 150, we go in multilingual Quran, and I will show you how you are Shias. Stop blaming. Of course, you're not going to hurt the Sunnis as much as you have been hurt by the Sunnis and persecuted and these extremists in Pakistan and elsewhere. right? We go to multilingual Quran, but we don't hurt the Sunnis. Yeah, we don't. Yes, you're right. I never ever argued with the Sunni on my religion, Shia Islam. I didn't need to argue. I knew what sense, what the, my father told me this Shia, Sunnis don't know. They're saying Maqam al Mahmud tak pahunchaye, Rasulullah. ये क्या नॉनसेंस है, राइट? ये इनको रसूल का वो आया नहीं है कि स्टेटस पोजीशन क्या है अल्लाह के साथ, तो ये क्या जाने कि इमामत क्या है? इनको रसूल अल्लाह का पोजीशन नहीं पता है, अल्लाह के साथ क्या है, अल्लाह की नजरों में क्या है, ये सुन्नियों को. At least this we, my father was, ये क्या है कि इसको पहुंचा दो, रसूलुल्लाह को पहुंचा, इनको पहुंचा दो, पहुंचा दे. तुम लोग क्या प्रे कर रहे हो जब angels and Allah are praying for the Rasulullah and you say it's a blessing? देखो कैसे कैसे आपको words changing, meaning of words changing in the Quran ayat. Barakat is blessing in the Quran ayat also. Imams have changed the meanings of the ayats, words in the ayat. अभी कहाँ है? सूरह 4 ayat 150 है. What this implies, the Shia tafsir, is that is Rasulullah in the last part or not? His messengers and say we believe in some and disbelieve in others. No, oh, sorry. No, sorry, it was Surah Fat ayat 9 I was supposed to go. Sorry, wrong. Surah Fat ayat. That you may believe in Allah and His Messenger and may aid Him and revere Him, and that you may declare His glory morning and evening. Aka Mehdi Puya says, as mentioned in Surah Araf, ayat 157, the people must believe in the Holy Prophet, honor him, and help him, and celebrate the glory of Allah day and night. So I proved that Aka Mehdi Puya is also a disbeliever through he says mentions Surah Araf ayat 157. I mentioned Surah Nisa ayat 150. And as a Shia, you come here and you're telling me what? I'm going to give you this. I forgot, right? Surah Taha mein and another surah. Moses became angry. And not only, okay, when did Rasulullah get angry? Is there a Shia hadith? The Shia religious scholar quotes a Sunni hadith of Prophet Muhammad saying, Prophet Muhammad boxed. He uses the word boxed, not slap. Surah Taha, Allah mentions in verses 85 to 86 that Moses, upon returning to his people after receiving the divine tablets, found that they had fallen into idolatry by worshipping, and even got angry and grieving, despondent. You want to make me despondent? Shias. See, now don't look at, if you're an Ismaili also, helping the Ismailis, don't look at your Imam, brilliant, Agha Khan. The changes have come, and you can make changes in your religion. Allah endorses it in Surah Nur ayat 55. That's how the Ismailis interpret that ayat, giving you other than Islam a religion, changing it, reform coming. To the Imam, he communicates, and then the Imam changes it. So that's why Aga Khan III removed the hijab from his women, saying no more is it necessary. Although the Quran ayat, the 12 Shia still do the hijab. Allah said, and it is compulsory. But may Allah forgive those who don't do it. Allah said, but indeed we have tried your people after you, and the Samiri has led them astray. Um, Moses returned to his people angry and grieved. Some use the word, who uses despondent? No, indignation. State of indignation or despondent and sorrowful. He said, oh my people, Yusuf Ali, angry. Some use angry. And what did he do? So he questions Samiri and then he questions his brother Harun. And how does he question Harun? Is it, oh, here it is. Certainly, Aaron had said to them even before, my people, you were fallen into error because of the calf. Surely your Lord is most compassionate. So follow me and obey my command. Right? They said, we will never cease being devoted. Moses said, oh, Aaron, what prevented you when you saw them going astray from following me? Then have you disobeyed my order? Aaron said, O son of my mother, do not seize me by my beard or by my head. Why is Aaron saying this? Indeed, I feared that you would say, you caused division among the children of Israel, and you did not observe my word. So these are only the children of Israel, were the Egyptians. Pharaoh was an Egyptian, not from the children of Israel, Bani Israel. Was Israel also Egypt at that time? So your Quran has got histories wrong. Historically, Egyptians calling Egyptians also children of Israel, division, causing division. There were Egyptians here from the Pharaoh side, freed by Moses. Moses was sent to Pharaoh, and he, of course, grew up in Pharaoh's house, palace, and was taught there. Oh, God. So, by my beard or by my head, the point is getting angry. Aaron said, because did Moses, why did Aaron say this to Moses? And which ayat does it say that he did grab Moses? I thought here he had grabbed Moses by the beard and the head. That's why I felt Moses had grabbed Aaron by the beard and the head. And you know, when the Shias want you to know how terrible Aisha was a liar. So, a Shia on YouTube, 12 a Shia, and there's another ayat where AI has given, returned angry, grieving, uh, the one I showed you previously. Yes, yes, Imam Ali says the best way to punish an evildoer, but your Allah hasn't said that. Moses felt despondent. Surah Araf, ayat 150, Surah Taha, when he becomes deeply angered, where he becomes deeply angered and said, throwing down the tab. He even throws down the tablets. He right? Where's that other one also? I think he grabs Aaron by the head. And when the Shias want to show you how terrible a liar Aisha was, right? Then they take recourse to your hadith your Sahi Sittas, and they say, look, why, you know why Prophet Muhammad punched Aisha on the chest? Because she lied to Prophet Muhammad. He said, you were the black shape I saw in front of me? I said, yes. She said, he gave me a shove in the chest that hurt me. Moreover, she's saying it hurt her and said, you thought that Allah and this messenger would be unfair to you? Like, I'm going out to be unfair to you? And that's why you followed me and all this and you're lying? And you disguised you didn't tell me, you covered up, you lied to me. That's why he punched her. Or that Allah and the messenger would be unfair to you? And her reply is, she said, whatever people conceal, Allah knows it. She knows that. He said, yes. He said, Jibreel came to me when you saw me leave, but he did not enter upon you because you have taken off your garments. Okay, but this about the anger stuff. Why was his messenger, your messenger, Prophet Muhammad, angry? So when the Shias want to tell you how angry, now you say no, 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 never, because there's a hadith which says in Sahih Muslim that the Prophet Muhammad never took a hand on a woman or a slave. What is this? Angry? Why are you getting angry? I'm just getting angry, right? But if you push me too hard, like, I don't know, like, one day a daughter, a husband was hitting his wife, right? A Shia husband used to hit his wife, I heard. The daughter, one day, one of the daughters, he has 5 daughters. One of the daughters one day got up, took a knife in her hand in Karachi and said, now, here, I'm going to. She took a knife against her father after many, many years. He used to drink and all this and hit his wife. So one of the 5 daughters, yeah, one of the 5 daughters took a knife against her father. Huh? You're going to say, no, no, you know, this is wrong. Hmm? You provoke and you keep hitting someone, the mother, your wife, and you expect them to just, yeah, no, no. We shouldn't do anything. It's like, the biased channel, this one, saying, oh, it's the Indians. They want to go after Muslims, right? No, they don't want to go after Muslims. They don't want to kill. Hamas is getting the Israelis' children starved to death, right? Sorry, this is a thing. And your Iman Shabana Mahmood, that you take pride in, see how most dangerous woman in the world also, this apologetics roadshow. What pride, and see how Allah has confused that even our Allama, our Kamedipuya, the classic, high eminent researcher of this religion, what made him become a disbeliever? I gave Surah 4 ayat 150. And what made him think he's such a believer and such an eminent religious scholar of the Shias, 12 Shias, huh? Of his time? He's a disbeliever. Can you say for sure that this ayat means not to make a distinction between Allah and his messengers as your Allah has said here, to wish to separate Allah from his messengers, saying we believe in some but reject others? Meaning what? Can you say you got this ayat? It's quite not clear, right? In what manner do you reject some and you believe in some and reject others? They become deniers of Allah and His Messenger. So you have become disbelievers. I'm showing the Shias you are disbelievers. Going to Surah Fatah, Aka Mehdi Puya is a disbeliever. Saying the last part of Surah Fatah is glorify Allah in the morning and evening, or morning and afternoon. What this ayat means, you didn't get it properly. You say you got it properly? And those who wish to take a course midway. How do you believe in some and but reject others? Like you did in Surah Fat. Reject the ayat where Allah is saying Himself. He hasn't put Allah there, He's put Him. Celebrate His praises morning and afternoon or evening. Meaning Allah and His Messenger. Allah and His Messenger. Prophet Muhammad as the messenger of Allah, not the prophet. The prophet, as a prophet, what did he do? Also in Surah Tahrim. O prophet, why does Allah address him as a prophet there in Surah Tahrim? There also in order to defend the prophet, where have you gone in your logic and how you've defended him? Even your tafsir, your religious scholars, Shias, as much as your Allah has said, these are evil feminines. She's nijis. Now she's going into Hinduism, Surah Nisa ayat, right? You want to show, that you are so, you never get angry, you know. But Moses got angry and so did Prophet Muhammad on Aisha and hit her, punched her on the chest. The Shia religious scholar on YouTube says, 12 Shia, he boxed her. Where are we going, Surah 4 ayat? Where was I going? I boxed her. Much as you want to show something against. My God, so your Allah has confused you. Iman mein tum log itna wo nahi karo. That's why the religious scholars even, Aka Mehdi Puya, dare not do a research like this and tell us, like Allama Majlisi has finished his every volume of his Hayatul Qulub, right, book. I'm only concerned about the truth, not what the people may think or say against it. So please let me do my work and now correct yourself, Shias. Aka Medipuya says, as mentioned in Surah Araf, ayat 157. I say, as mentioned in Surah 4, ayat 150. Aka Medipuya, I worked it out. Aka Medipuya is a disbeliever, as he says about Surah Fat, ayat 9. Celebrate the glory of Allah day and night. So we go back to this. And moreover, surely those who swear allegiance to you do but swear allegiance to Allah. Is this not worship? No, no, but this. Allah hasn't said this is worship or this is partners with Allah, right? The hand of Allah is above the hands. Therefore, whoever breaks, he breaks it only, breaks what? His faith. So fear cast, moreover, see, breaks it only for to the injury of his own soul. I think Aka Medipuya and religious scholars, Shia religious scholars, why? Because your religion, your Allah, has confused you, saying against those polytheists that they are confused. The partners that they have claimed that Allah has with Allah, confuse them. Where's that? I should put it in my notes. Where's that? Surah Qasas, Surah Nisa, 129. No, no, this about the justice. You can't do justice, even. See how Allah has confused you that you will never be able to deal justly with the wives, with your wives, more than one, if you have. So when Allah is ordered, even on this justice, I can give you examples. Go back to my old notes on justice, the previous one. Just recently, the live stream I did, where is it? Indeed, Allah orders justice and good conduct and giving to relatives and forbids immorality. See how Allah has confused the believing men on this. And you know the chosen one, what is this one? Surah Shura at 15 also. Prophet Muhammad has been commanded to do justice among you. But can he do justice among his wives? There's plenty of evidence in the Islamic sources, history, his life, and hadiths that show that the wives were like, we want, why doesn't Prophet Muhammad treat us equally? Like he doesn't because of Aisha, he loves Aisha more. So there's plenty, but the Shias don't take that, right? But can you do justice between the wives if you have more than one wife? No. Here also, see how much importance if it returns and makes settlement between them in justice and act justly. Indeed, Allah loves those who act justly. Surah Hujurat ayat 9. So I didn't have to go here and there. Just take these ayats on justice, maintaining injustice. Now, these are special people endowed with knowledge who can bear witness to Allah that there is no deity except Him and the angels and those of knowledge, maintaining injustice. So, if you believers have more than one wife, can you be among these who have knowledge, those endowed with knowledge by Allah, maintaining? They know that Allah is maintaining this. Surah 3 ayat 18. Maintaining injustice. There is no deed except Him, the exalted in might, the wise. Can you do justice? And you can't even do justice between the wives. Surah 4 ayat 129. You will not be able to treat your wives with justice, not even when you when you desire to do so. Maududi has put extra words here for this ayat. You incline not wholly to one, but yet he allows you to marry. Surah 4 ayat 3. Then marry those that please you other than, and if you fear that you will not deal justly with the orphan girls, then marry those that please you of other women, or two or three or four. But if you fear that you will not be just, then here Allah, then one or those your right hands possess. So will you be able to do justice to the slaves? And mostly, even my father used this verse to say that Islam has allowed me to marry, have more than one wife. Who are you to tell me? What have you done? Huh? But Islam says don't hurt people's feelings. You don't prepare your children. Because if Islam has given you the haq, you cannot even tell your wife, your first wife, and go and do muta and get married. Not prepare your wife. She has to understand. And when you want to go in your wife, she's your kid, she's your field. She has to be ready for you, men. So any Muslim with integrity, can I expect? Or I will say that maybe this evil Allah has. So you come and you distract me and whatnot tactics you use against a woman, and the watching tactics that you've used against me, even after Yusuf Zaidi coming and couldn't fix that. Oh, it became I. So in anger, oh, you see what this, if, we make narcissists. If I was a mother and I punish, too much strictness is not good. I've seen that. I implemented too much strictness against my brothers and sisters, being trained by my teacher. Where is it? Murdered two strangers with machine gun in mid-afternoon, London, UK. Crime documentary, UK true crime. Minor parking dispute, double murder. And how? I can't even listen to this. Sorry, it's 10 minutes, 42 minutes, and how many minutes have I listened to? And I couldn't watch this. Shocking truth about India and Gaza and Israel and Kashmir. Biased. Have you forgotten? Did you forget blind spots? Decoding the Narcissism, Schizophrenia Connection, Richard Grannon. If a person can become a narcissist by too much punishments and putting him torture, mental torture, you can make him a narcissist. That's what Richard says. He'll go in his own fairy world, and make his own world. Please don't use cruel ways of draconian Islamic ways of punishing people, even if it's in the Judaism. Stone an adulteress or flog an adulteress and all this. And the thieves, cutting of the hands of the thieves. Please, why do you want to cut the hands? Go and watch Abdullah Samir on that. You want to keep the hands, reform the inside, not the out by giving corporal physical punishments. Rapist, okay, I don't know, but thieves. Allah says in the Quran, cut their hands. Put them to use in some other way so you can reform them from the inside out. So by inflicting lots of punishment or putting them in hell, your children, your brothers, sisters, siblings, you can make them narcissists. And then it's if they, time goes by and you keep doing this, oh my God, then there's no way to save them. There's no way even to talk to them. So like Mudassir coming here or Shia coming here, there's no way they will listen. Uh, they see you as what? As they've made a project or whatever image of you. They don't hear you at that time what you're saying. Another person would house. See, I'm not eloquent, so Richard Grannon, if you can listen to this. And now we can talk to the Shias also, but our blood will come out. Our blood will be dried. Blood will be dried. There's no way you can get through a narcissist. In my own life, I could not get through to my teacher with love. I could not get to my mother could not get to her in-laws through love. She said, I love them. They mentally tortured me. I love them. I love them. I love them. I love them. She got married when she was 13 years old. You see, I love them, but they didn't love me back. They mentally tortured her. You cannot get through to them. When then he becomes a malignant narcissist, then gone case. Even if you love them, try to explain to them, make them understand, appeal to their hearts. Are you Shias like this then? And you see how God has confused you about justice, even. And yet, under your noses, He's telling you will not be able to treat your wives with justice. Not absolute justice. Why did I choose Maududi? And not even when you desire to do so, not keenly desire. Maybe the word, I don't know, I haven't checked that. But I know that the justice, deal with justly, deal justly with your wives. Not absolute. Excuse me. It's not absolute. The word makes a difference. A world of difference. Allah has not put it like that, the way Maududi is. So you incline not wholly to one, leaving the other in suspense. And then if I go to the Sunnis, you see, I don't know whether Shias will take this or not. I don't want to go to that hadith. The Sunnis, there's a hadith that the wives demanded, appealed to Prophet Muhammad, treat them justly. And then they have to go in anger. Then when Zainab bin Josh has gone firmly and sternly, then you say, why are you doing this? But she was a good Muslim, good believer. So when did this happen? When the Zainab bin Josh, Aisha abused Zainab bin Josh, or Zainab bin Josh abused Aisha. Hadith. Oh, so now are you going to say that Allah doesn't mean this because there is no ayat where Allah's messenger has uh, not treated equally the wives, his wives? Huh? There is a hadith narrated Urwa from Aisha. Sahih al-Bukhari 2581, 2581. Narrated Urwa from Aisha. The wives of Allah's Messenger were in two groups. One group consisted of Aisha, Hafsa, Safiya, and Sauda, and the other group consisted of Salma and the other wives of Allah's Messenger. The Muslims knew that Allah's Messenger loved Aisha. So if any of them had a gift and wished to give to Allah's Messenger, he would delay it till Allah's Messenger had come to Aisha's home, and then he would send his gift to Allah's Messenger in her home. The group of Salma discussed the matter together and decided that Salma, I call her Salma, Salma should request Allah's Messenger to tell the people to send the gifts to him in whatever wife's house he was. Salma told Allah's Messenger of what they had said, but he did not reply. Then they asked Salma about it. She said, he did not say anything to me. They asked her to talk to him again. She talked to him again when she met him on her day, but he gave no reply. When they asked her, she replied that he had given no reply. They said to her, talk to him till he gives you a reply. When it was her turn, she talked to him again. He then said to her, do not hurt me regarding Aisha, as the divine inspirations do not come to me on any of the beds, right? Except that of Aisha. On that Salma said, I repent to Allah for hurting you. Now, did she want to hurt him? Did she really want to hurt him? Or she wants equal treatment? Like Allah said, you will not be able to do equal treatment. Maybe then this ayat came out for your messenger also and the believers. Surah 4, ayat 129. Continuing with the hadith. Then the group of Salama called Fatima, the daughter of Allah's Messenger, and sent her to Allah's Messenger to say to him, your wife's request. Yeah, the word is request. To treat them and the daughter of Abu Bakr on equal terms. Then Fatima conveyed the message to him. The Prophet said, oh my daughter, don't you love whom I love? She replied in the affirmative and returned and told them of the situation. They requested her to go to him again, but she refused. So they then sent Zainab bin Josh, who went to him and used harsh words, saying, your wives request you to treat them. Zainab bin Josh used harsh words, right, against Prophet Muhammad. I know you will try to take anything Muslims. Oh, she's talking about Radha Rani, and you see feminine. Surah 4, ayat 1, which one? That they worship females, and these females are evil from Shaitan. Zainab bin Josh, who went to him and asked and used harsh words, saying against Prophet Muhammad, your wives request you to treat them and the daughter of Ibn Abu Quhafa on equal terms. When you want to insult someone, you use it. I think Fatima Zahra also, when she was angry with Abu Bakr, she said, O son of Abu Quhafa, for Fadak. Case, case against Fatima's case against Abu Bakr on Fadak, on equal terms. On that, she raised her voice and abused Aisha to her face, so much so that Allah's Messenger, now Allah's Messenger has already told her, his daughter, and Salma, don't hurt me, and don't you love whom I love. So much so that Allah's Messenger looked at Aisha to see whether she would retort. Now he's waiting for Aisha to retort. Complicit. Aisha started replying to Zainab till she silenced her. And this is in detail. Rob Christian has shown in one of the historians have written on this in detail. The abuse used, both of them, right, abusing each other. Started replying to Zainab till she silenced her. The Prophet then looked at Aisha and said, she is really the daughter of Abu Bakr. So now this, Zainab bin Josh should have been destroyed, right? Because do not raise your voices above the voice of Prophet, the Messenger of Allah. Ayat. But no, Zainab bin Josh has not been destroyed. There's nothing against her. In fact, Prophet Muhammad looked at Aisha to say, yeah, come on, you reply back to her. Give it to her. So they are, what do you call that? Against each other. So Prophet used Aisha instead of saying, Zainab, don't talk to me like this. You will be ruined. Surah this, ayat this. Don't raise your voices. Umar was, that's when the ayat came down against Umar. So why is Zainab bin Josh given this? Anyways, I could go into detail, and then it's again this only for the Sunnis. Shias will be laughing their heads off, enjoying this, right? And I don't want to do that because you Shias also you see yourselves where you are wrong, and your ulamas, your eminent religious scholars have been confused and deceived like this in their iman. This Allah has done it. But I caught this Allah. Sorry, excuse me. Right? So I don't want to dwell much on the hadiths which only help the Sunnis. And the Shias can have a ball day on this. Field day. Have a ball on this. No, we don't want that. I don't want it. And in other ways, how has God confused you so that look at this Surah Divorce ayat, Surah Talaq. Imam Khomeini says tying of infant. And what about the sex slave girls also? But let's just one. So Surah Talaq ayat 4. What do you say about this? Muslims, they're dissenting views, aren't they? Who puts this is Surah? Oh, sorry, ayat 4. This one. And those who no longer expect menstruation among your women, if you doubt, then their period is 3 months, and also for those who have not menstruated. And for those who are pregnant, their term is until they give birth. And for those who have not menstruated, You want to see the tafsir again on this or just Maududi's tafsir? Right? As for the women whose courses are irregular due to some reason, the jurists have held different opinions, you call them. It means different belief, understanding this ayat differently. And you blame us. For God's sakes, Muslims see this, you blame us for misinterpreting, misquoting hadiths, misinterpreting Quran ayats. Even the Shias have blamed me, coming here like Saklan, Edar. So, hasn't God confused you in your this iman? The jurists have held different opinions. And there's a colon here. So but I don't want to go through the whole tafsir on this, right? This means that some say that not those women whose courses are irregular, but those girls who have not yet menstruated. And then there was this other man here, Chacha, uncle, right? Marriageable age, Surah Nisa, ayat 6. Marriageable age when they come to the age of nikah, sexual intercourse, not marriageable age, marriageable age. Some of you, you're taking it around on his ID on YouTube. Surah 4, see how Allah has confused you. Surah 4, ayat 6, is it? When the orphans come of marriageable age, right? And the translation is also like some translated to mean marriage, age of marriage. Actually, it should be nikah is also sexual intercourse. But here you can marry. Now there are different views in your. So how do you reconcile Surah when those who take it to mean and take nikah to mean sexual intercourse here in Surah 4 ayat 6, not marriage, eligible for sexual intercourse. Imam Khomeini, Sayyid Khoi, Shia Marjas have said you can have time, get married to how many months old? Breastfeeding babies. Will I show you again? Time. Khomeini and Sayyid Khoi and I think Sayyid uh, Sistani. These are of the marja levels, Shias, for the, and Shias are religious scholars of marja level. Fine. You know what a marja is? When he's a marja, he reaches that process of time. Mufakhadah refers to rubbing between the legs as an alternative to sexual intercourse. Wiki Islam, I might not. Okay, in Ayatollah Khomeini's The Little Green Book of Ayatollah, translated in Persian. From Persian by Daniel Delino, it is not illegal for an adult male to tie. Goodreads has given this. So some of what I mean to say, it is not illegal for an adult male to tie or enjoy a young girl who is still in the age of weaning, breastfeeding, meaning, weaning, breastfeeding, meaning to place his penis between her thighs and to kiss her. He's married to her. So then Ayatollah Khomeini would To what? Interpret Surah 4, Ayat 6 as nikah as sexual intercourse. When they come of age to have sexual intercourse, not marriageable age, marriageable age. But of course, some Muslims would take it like that, like Chacha did it. Say, oh, no, no, the Chacha, Muslim Chacha here, right? Uncle, Sayyid Chacha. Bro. So how has Allah confused you? This Allah. And he's saying, oh, you are your partners, polytheists. You claim these partners, how to put it, the partners you claim with Allah have confused you about your deen, about your iman or your deen, your religion. The Little Green Book of Ayatollah Khomeini, translated from Persian by Daniel Delino, Ruhollah Musawi Khomeini. You know, Shias can choose. They can follow Ruhollah Musawi Khomeini when he was alive, and they can still follow him after his death also. His rulings on, you can marry. It is not illegal for an adult male. Not illegal. You know what this means? Not illegal. It means jahiz, allowed, permissible. It is permissible for an adult male to thigh or enjoy a young girl who is still in the age of weaning. Weaning. Or you can use Sayyid Sistani as your, you can take, you can take Sayyid Sistani as your marja, or another one, There are many Shia religious marjas. And then what they say, you have to believe in this. And you can then practice this also. So this is on wouldn't it be on Surah Talaq, going to Surah Talaq, applying this? What Khomeini has said, this means that in Surah Talaq, Allah means by saying those who have not menstruated, weaning, even you can marry the age of weaning girls, infants. These are not young girls, these are infants. You know what is the age of weaning? You know who is breastfeeding babies for babies. Gradual introduction of adult foods to an infant while also withdrawing the mother's will. For babies, this involves introducing, okay, oh, it's after the breastfeeding weaning. Involves introducing solid foods around 6 months of age alongside breast milk or formula. Weaning is a personal decision when to start weaning. So along with when you start, okay, these are infants still, babies. So you're doing this to the babies. Imagine. Oh my goodness. Shias. Those whose marja was Khomeini. Oh, weaning primarily refers to the introduction of solid foods at 6 months. 6 months old baby. And you're telling us, why are you blaming us for this misinterpreting? My God. So who has confused you? Even this Allah has confused you, right? But it's okay. The difference of jurists, they're jurists, religious scholars, marjas. Forget the what how you what Allah said about the women you they worship, also the polytheists, right? Worship Satan, women, females. Quran ayat, Surah Nisa. What number is it? Oh, one. Surah Nisa ayat, worship females. The worship females. Where is it? Yeah, I think that. Okay, so how much? 2 hours now. Surah Nisa ayat 167. One, four, seven, six, eight. After now, Google is giving me maybe one day he those who desperately commit wrong. Never will Allah forgive them and commit wrong. So I'm going to use Bing. I remove it. They worship females. Let's see who's going to buy Bing. 117. They all those who worship others than Allah invoke or they call upon nothing but female deities besides him, and they invoke nothing but shaitan, a persistent rebel. So it's okay if you want to, right? Do this and remain a Shia, Sunni, or remain a Muslim believer, Sunni, Shia, or Salafi, or Quran only. But please do something. Don't impose your religion on others. Don't impose your iman on others. Live and let live, right? Such confusion. Where's the so the partners confuse you? They're again I'm using Google. The partners confuse them about their religion. We're used to using Google, should use Bing for that. in order to bring about their destruction and to cover them with confusion in their religion, deen. And likewise to monotheists, their partners have made to seem pleasing the killing of their children in order to bring about their destruction and to cover them with confusion in their religion. Also, this. So I had to show you because the onus is on me to show you where this Allah has confused you, that you now have how many sects and difference of interpretation of the ayats, understanding, dissenting views, difference of jurists' opinions about this ayat, Surah Talaq, and you don't even know that you will never be able to reach the justice that those given knowledge by Allah, those endowed with knowledge, Surah 3 ayat 18, right? Let me see. Endowed with knowledge or who have knowledge? Surah 3 ayat 18. And can you Shia say now that even an eminent religious scholar, with due respect to Aqam Medipuya, how could he do this? How could he miss this? What I've shown you. Who is a believer? Allah witnesses, you may be helping the Sunnis leave their Islam, Sunni Islam, and come to Shia Islam, right? How much is Christian Prince also doing and all this? In fact, a lot of help is there for the Sunni Muslims to leave, or the Salafis, or the Quran onlys. But not much help is there for the Shias to leave Shia Islam also. And yet you come here giving me a hard time. Allah witnesses that there's no deity except Him, and so do the angels and those of knowledge. Those of knowledge maintaining injustice. There is no deity except Him, the exalted in might, the wise. Can you believing men say that you could be maintaining injustice? You know that Allah is maintaining injustice, or whatever this ayat really means. Bear witness in truth and justice. Allah hasn't even put it like Maududi has put it. But Allah has confused us in this ayat. I don't know whether to take Allah and the angels and those who are endowed or who have knowledge, owners of knowledge, standing in justice. To take all three of them standing in justice, saying there is no God except Him. Or to just take that Allah standing in justice. Only Allah for standing in justice. Owners of the knowledge. So ambiguous ayahs, not put in the proper way, sometimes, errors, different, that the ayahs, words of the Quran, uh, change, the meaning of the words of the Quran change. How much? How much is Allah confused? And there could be more and more. I'm just giving you a few examples. Got it? So this, anyways. Anything else? Where else can I remember? Because I'm not prepared for this. That this Allah has confused you, Shias also. So that's why an alim of yours can say it's not only out of fear. So this is the kind of brainwashing isn't it? Or what is this confusing? What Allah has put, let's see, brainwashing also. This is a type of brainwashing. Can we say the process of pressurizing someone into adopting radically different beliefs by using systematic and often forcible means? So this is another soft way of brainwashing. What would you call that? Like Allah has put confusing these for the polytheists, right? Confusing in Surah 6, ayat 137. See, Quran.com, Surah 6, 136 or 37 is it? I'm sorry, 37. Oh my God, I forgot. No respite, 137. Google search it. Shia has a Shia bought Google, and likewise to many of the polities their partners have made, pleasing the killing of their children in order to bring about their destruction, ruin them, and that they make confusing to them their deen, religion. Yeah, this Allah has confused you. It's right. How many, how many, how much evidence to the Shias also? I'm trying to think for the Shias. There's plenty of ex-Muslims and Christians who helped the Sunnis to leave Islam and Salafis and Quran only, but not enough help for the Shias to see and leave Islam. And then, can we even give me a time to breathe? This is mental torture for me. It's been like this. So, Shias, do you have any, or are you only going to cry for Sakina, 3 years old? And Bibi Zainab, Ma to sirf hai, Ona Muhammad ki ma. Give me a time to tell you that I'm emotionally here for you. We can help each other once you leave Islam. Shias, you haven't given me that time. I've been mentally torturing myself on this. I should take care of my health. But who will do this if I don't do it? Killing myself, mentally torture. Like, you know what mental torture is? Not even an Ismail. No, no. An Ismaili did wish me the best, right? But here, no. Ismailis for you. But now I like Salim Lalanis because none of you Ismailis here to help me. So what I do is I go to Salim Lalani, right? And I see what latest video, and I don't see the whole. I wanna. It hurts me. Aga Khani Deception Hindu chapter, right? So I liked. I liked this. Oh my God, painful. It's still painful for me. Yet one of you wished me a success in this. See, it's so kind of you. I really appreciate it. But have you come here? And your ex-Ismailis have come becoming Sunni Muslims against me. I have good fight. Try to, but show them. that Ismaili religion is also Islam, school of Islam, Rika, and this, and what's standing? Allah is standing in justice, meaning Allah has been praying, standing up, Qiyam. You have to stand up to do your salat. They've told me. Why do we know we were Agha Khanis, Ismailis that sit, and they've given pictures on Facebook. Ismailis sitting. Agha Khan doesn't let makes them sit and do dua. This is not salat. And then obey your ulil amr. So, but if you differ, then go back to Allah and the Messenger. In a certain religious point, go back to Allah and the Messenger. So we went to Allah. We went back to Allah and the Messenger. We are Muslims. We are Sunni Muslims. Or we are just Muslim, Quran only, or what? Right? Like Elena Ali. So this. So another thing that this lady, Dr. David Wood, I haven't to I didn't have the heart anymore that night, right, to watch. So no, this lady who Dr. David Wood says is the most dangerous lady in the world. And he said, rest in peace, Europe. Or UK. UK, rest in peace. So Baba, take it, take everything. The whole land is yours. Your prophet does harb on land, fights. Then he takes captives. Take the whole and then blame it on, oh, the Israelis and the Indians want to no, are after the Muslims. They want to take their lives. Shabana Mahmood is the most dangerous woman in the world. I just heard that she said that my faith is important. Most important, something like this. Not verbatim, I'm not quoting her. Right? What faith, Shabana Mahmood? Please don't impose your faith on others. On the polytheists, even to whom Allah has said against whom Allah has said, your partners confuse you about your religion, and when this Allah has confused you too. See the evidence that I've shown. And also, what else was on the Iman? That this is your faith, that you've worshipped a calf. So they have their faith. Let them have their faith, right? So for them, their faith is very important. See that also and respect that then. It's not only your faith, the worshippers of the calf, or idolaters, or Christians, or Jews. Everyone's faith is very important. They have their faith. Let them have their faith. Don't impose your faith on others. So why has Dr. David Wood said, rest in peace, UK? Because he knows Shabana Mahmood is going to impose her, and migrants will come to UK, Muslim migrants, and what will they do? Recently, what has a Muslim done? Lucy TV. Huge Islamist attack in Jerusalem, multiple casualties. No, this just leave behind. No. You uphold Mr. CJ. Worley man show. You upload videos. Shocking truth about India and Gaza and Israel and Kashmir. Don't even listen. Give voice to Mossab Hassan. No one. listen to yourselves and give a biased view on this. Okay, thank you very much. I have to leave now. Thank you for your time. Oh, keep forgetting. So I leave you with the please see this, right? Shias, especially Sunnis, there's immense help on YouTube for them, and the Quran only Muslims and the Salafis to leave Islam. My channel is, and maybe the less, even Hindus will leave me because they only, some Hindus, you know what Gandhi has said about Hussein and all this, what the Indian Hindus have said about Hussein, not only Prophet Muhammad but for Hussein, Imam Hussein. So even though I feel alone, and you know they've got Nuria Khan there and the Europeans and all this Americans, and are giving her importance because of course the others, but even the Europeans and the Americans. David Wood said, I actually prefer, from Sunni Islam I prefer Shia Islam. And I like the Shias or something like this in one of his live streams with Apostate Prophet. So even David Wood cannot help the Shias leave Shia Islam. Europeans would not encourage me here. They will discourage me. You know how much? Even Ismailis, European prime ministers, foreign, they look up to, they respect Agha Khan, the Ismaili Imam. So against all odds, so much, even India Hindus, I've come this far. It's amazing. It's a miracle for me. And in this condition, and without that eloquence also, that Nuria Khan has, and another one has, and another Irani lawyer, and this and that. Right? But what is an Irani lawyer? She made a mistake. She called Imam Prophet, Imam Mahdi Prophet Mahdi. See, no one is doing this like I'm trying to help the Shias. I'm not your enemy. And I haven't said anything, like I've quoted, what have I said that is so misinterpreting or out of context? You can have a dissenting view, opinion about an ayat, and that's okay. Sunnis and Shias live in peace, right? But live in peace, but I'm here for the truth and no politics, no dirty politics here. And justice. So at least if I can't do it, at least start by saying this is wrong and this is right. And if you think this is wrong and this is right, even in your religion, it's not clear. It's not clear. You don't even know. Allah says what is good for you. Allah knows what is good for you. You may think what this is good for you. Allah has not even given you that much knowledge to know. And then he says, those who are of knowledge bear witness to there is no God but Allah. Bear witness, yeah? So how can you bear witness to Allah, Shias? What is good for you and what is bad for you? Let others rejoice in their iman. Bad for you. Like the Hindus, they don't impose their religion on others. Like the Jews, they don't impose their religion on others. Christians do a lot of missionary work. Surah 2 ayat 216, which states, perhaps you hate a thing and it is good for you, believers, and perhaps you love a thing and it is bad for you. Even Allah is not sure. using perhaps in Surah Baqarah 216. And he blames those calf worshippers and, oh, sorry, the polytheists also, and whatnot. Battle has been enjoined upon you while it is hateful to you. But perhaps you hate a thing. Even Allah is not sure. What kind of an Allah is this, putting perhaps here? Oh my God, you want to follow this? I've had enough. Sorry, I feel sick. Now, enough. I've given it enough examples. I've had enough. Sorry, this last straw. I feel sick. Sorry, excuse me. So I came here to. Please give me a break. Okay, I have to give myself a break. You wouldn't give me a break. Thank you so much for the time and attention. Really appreciate it, and would appreciate it more if I see some support from my ex-Shia's emotional support of it, and for the betterment of human beings and for the highest good, right?
Thank you so much.
Okay, this is me and my live streams.